Hi everyone, so I've got yet another fault with the car, and this is that the heating has failed. So this happened when the battery was at quite a low state of charge, and I was trying to have the heating on when I was charging the car at work, and it came up a warning that the battery is too low to run the heater while it was plugged into the charger, which is strange. But I'm doing a test just now to try and figure out what could be wrong, but the warning seems to be that, which is coming up in the fault memory, that the battery voltage is too low to run the heater, yet the battery is a bit over 50% charged, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So diagnosing this may also fix the high voltage insulation error I've been getting. It's now approached what's known as the fault threshold, but it only just says this on the screen, and this is to do with the high voltage insulation resistance, and I think that's to do with the heater as well. So as you can see, I've got the high voltage cable disconnected from the heater, and what I've done is just put a wire across the high voltage interlock loop, and that allows me to run a test without the heater connected to see if that's really what's causing the error. And I did look inside the connector, and it's not in the best shape really. As you can see, it's normally sitting upright, so water's just going to go into it. I've no idea why they had to do this. I've no idea why they didn't just put a big PTC heating element in where the radiator for this is, instead of using a heater matrix and all this crap, and why they didn't just use a heating element which heats the air directly. This is German engineering off the bat though, that's just how it works. They will do everything in the most complex and unreliable way possible, rather than just the most simple and reliable way. So I'm just running the diagnosis on that just now, and if it does come up the same error, then it's probably something more serious. I suspect it may be a fault in the inverter, basically, that inside that, the EME, which controls everything. So the way it works is, I think it uses PWM. It's actually the big control unit in the back of the car, which houses the inverter and DC converter and everything. It actually controls it via PWM. Such a stupid system. Why they would put the heating controls inside the motor inverter it's just infinite stupidity, but that's how they've done it. That's just the rest of it there. I have drained it because I was thinking I was going to have to just disconnect all the coolant hoses to be able to get this thing, that connector, removed, but I eventually managed. So if I find out that we've not got the insulation error anymore in this condition here, then it must mean that this heating element is faulty, in which case I will just replace it and refill the coolant, and then that will hopefully fix the fault. If not, then it means probably replacing the whole inverter, which is something I cannot do. I just don't have the facilities to do that, so we'll be talking thousands of pounds. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just deleting the fault memory, and any errors which come up now are going to be present right now. I know it says in the list when you get the errors up, it says present yes or no, but I just want to make sure that I've actually cleared this properly, and the errors that I'm seeing are actually there right now. So yes, unfortunately that error is still present, so it could mean that the high voltage cable itself is actually faulty. Yeah, this doesn't really explain why the heating system isn't working. It's quite a strange one. If the system works as I think it does, where inside the EME it's called, which houses the inverter, the 12 volt source, and it's basically the big junction box as well, which supplies the power to the air conditioning compressor and the heater. If something has failed inside there, then obviously that's something I can't really repair, because to access that you actually need to lift up the car and lower the entire engine out of the car, which is just, that's German engineering for you. Not easy to work on by any means. So next steps are maybe to check the heating element inside the, I'm just going to put a multimeter across it and see if it's given a sensible sort of resistance. Maybe the heating element is blown, but I doubt that's a problem. So electric auxiliary heater, yes, it's not responding, but that's normal because I've disconnected the thing. So unfortunately I don't have a solution for this problem. It's more of just an explanation of some of the steps that I've gone through. So I'm just going to end the video here, and I'll update if I get this fixed.